All right. Guten Abend. Hello, Kirihiko. Hello, 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 hello. All right. Move the camera around. There's slight distortion this way. You can see like how it kind of moves off. But this should be flatter. Oh, thank you, Run Elephant, for that faith. Late at night, I'm more on top of it, I think. Good evening, Abetis, Brandon Louise 19. Some of you guys are up late. Abetis lives in Denver, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it's 1 hour ahead, 12:38, not so bad. Booking Red at 14:42, hello, quick draw. Hi Dad, no, not you too, Jamie, no, please. Please spare me, please. I couldn't find you at WonderCon either. Mr. Bright Green name I can't read on my white screen. Louisiana here, alright, Daydrock. Kivo, in 1984, you're going to make me finish another page. Good. Trevor, glad to see a bunch of people that don't like to sleep. Good evening from Mexico. So I moved this camera around, and I did put some tape around, so I do have, and I do have tape. I really get into drawing something, I kind of ignore everything around the piece of paper, so it's not like I haven't taped off things before. So this, you can see the stand a little bit to my right. But anyway, it's it's at an angle. The board's at an angle, which is fine. I don't mind drawing an angle, but we'll have slight distortion this way for the time being. Just slight. We'll see what happens. Like this part over here will be bigger than this part. GGM TV, good evening from Vancouver. And I'm also excited. I got the clearance from YouTube. I got youtube.com/Jim Lee. So, for any of you that don't check out the VODs, the VODs, here on Twitch, because they scroll off after a while, to archive them for posterity, I basically export them to the YouTube channel like a couple days after they go live here. So check that out. All right, so tonight I am... Yeah, there you go. Run Elephant's got the link. I need to update the graphic. Guten Morgen, Extinction Agent. Extinction. Guten Morgen. Wie geht's dir? Alles Gute in Deutschland. Ja. Okay. Also, we have a Discord channel, which is associated to Marcus Weld, MD. We have a Discord channel that is connected to this Twitch channel. They deprecated, and I've never heard this word used this way, but when I try to check my messages on Twitch, it says the messages are being deprecated, and then it says as of March 31st it does this, and as of April this. It has these dates that make no sense. Like they're off by a couple days. I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me. I'll look at it right now. You go to the messages. Messages are being deprecated. Starting March 30th, okay, that was days ago, your inbox will remain available in a read-only state. You won't be able to send or receive new messages. On April 30th, you will be able to download your existing messaging history, but not read messages. So they're giving you a month to like act on all these messages. It'd be great if they shared with us that would be um, something replacing this feature because it's important. I don't know. Alles super, es soll heute warmes Wetter geben. Everything's great. It should today give us warm weather. God's perfect. Twitch had layoffs? I did not know. Wow. That's not good. Buenos dias from Spain. In and out all the way, waves that are in and out. No contest. Five Guys are in and out. Please, please, as a veteran fast food aficionado, for sure, 100%, 200% in and out, all day, every day. Five Guys could hire another guy. Still wouldn't measure up. Thank you for your inspiration. I thought I said perspiration, Jim. Either way, thank you, thank you. Alex 54 Ruiz. Jim Batman, my girlfriend says hello. I say hello back. That's odd. What about your mother? What does she say? Five Guys, it's all we have here. I feel bad for you, Brandon Louise. Missing out. If I could buy an In-N-Out, but it's felt held within the family, I would definitely buy an In-N-Out franchise, man. That would be so friggin' awesome. Shake Shack, it's all right. I've had it all. Shake Shack, Five Guys, Steak and Shake, White Castle. I even went to a place in Missouri once that had a goober burger, which was peanut butter on a hamburger. I tried that. That was all right. There's a place in Lawrence, or no, it was Wichita, Kansas, called Bobo's. No, that was actually Lawrence, Kansas. Sorry, was it Lawrence, Kansas? It's been a while. That was a pretty good burger, but still, in and out all the way. Kivo 1984. I got a question. In the interview, you wore a Malcolm X hat. What's up with that? Just curious. Malcolm X. The movie was coming out. It was a Spike Lee movie, and it had an X on it, and the X stood obviously. Had an X on it, which represented. The X-Men, right? But also, it was around the time of Image, and so there was a bit of that resistance kind of thing. It's a nice hat. All right, so today I'm going to do a fried onion burger festival in OK. All right, excellent burgers. I even had like a crazy, big, gigantic burger over in New Zealand. That was like the first thing I ate when I got there. I can't remember the brand, but it was at the Auckland Convention Center, and it was like a chain. That's all I can say. But the burger was gigantic. It was like larger than like a Whopper size type burger. It was all right. I've had burgers in Tokyo, Europe, everywhere, man. Shake or no shake? Depends on the shake. At In-N-Out, I like their shake. I like the places where they make it out of real ice cream. Sometimes it has that kind of waxy taste to it. Like McDonald's, I'm looking at you. So I'm not down with that. Chunk Style 3030, now I'm hungry. Me too. Burgers in Tokyo. I'm going to say burgers in Tokyo. I'm talking like McDonald's. Like, in their burgers, they have a different menu there. So, like, they have black burgers. So the bun is all black, the beef burger is all black, and it's because they inject squid ink into the the food. So that's how they make like a bun that looks almost black. So if that's your thing, okay. Ron's Hamburgers and Chili in Tulsa. Ron's special meat, 3 times cheese, onions, bacon, lettuce, then a slab of ham. Interesting. That sounds like it's a little bit like they're compensating for something like that. The burger's not so great, so we're going to put 3 different cheeses and bacon and a slab of ham. In and out, it's just meat. Well, I like to get it. If you want to order what I get, go there and say, I want a number 2. Ketchup and mustard instead of the spread. Light on the onions with chopped peppers. That's the way to go, dude. And if you order just like that, you don't have to say anything else. They know exactly what you want. Royale with cheese. Alright, have I wasted enough time yet doing this? No. I have a juggernaut tattoo. You know what? It's not so much that... the tattoo, but where is your juggernaut tattoo? Or is that the next line? Use on women. I don't even know where I'm going with that. Anyway, Predaking 10-10-1. Of course I did. Of course. Always order your fries well done. Really? Okay. Pity 83 just subscribe. Thanks, man. 7 months in a row. Thanks for the streams. Thanks for the support. It's been a while. Trevor Kai, what was the most interesting part of today at the office? What are you, like my wife or something? I can't talk about what goes on in the office. You know that. I did get to see snippets of certain movies. That was exciting. That's all I can say. All right. Wow, this is good, but not the burgers there. GGMTV has subscribed. He's liked the chatter so much he decided to plunge in. Please don't draw the same stuff, says the Lagwagon. I don't know, what do you define as the same stuff? Yeah, what are they going to do with Twitch messages? And how's that tied into how's that tied into the layoffs? I don't know. Michael Demurgos has resubscribed for 7 months even. Awesome. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. Sketchbooks Art, Big Tato, Eric Prime, Kraus 73, One Headlight Comics. A lot of activity. Fabian Villa Art, Fabian Villa Art, or Fabian Villa Art. Cybermaki has hosted with 4 viewers. Hey, I took the day off yesterday, Easter, so it's good to be back. And tonight, it's more long form. I'm going to be drawing until about 2:30. That's when I crash out. I've got a 9 o'clock. I've got to meet somebody in the morning. So this is going to be a piece that will be included in the portfolio set for Lake Como Comics Festival. La Festa dei Fumetti di Lake Como in Italia. Mute Avocado has subscribed. And I guess the requirement is that the piece be not used. Hey, Poop Kid, how are you? Hey, Poop Kid, I think you proposed somewhere that I should ink Scott Williams. Is that possible? Did you say that once? I don't know, but so Scott hit me up and wanted to do that. So he's starting to pencil something. I'm gonna ink it, and I told him like, I'm just gonna obliterate the pencils, dude. I'm gonna obliterate it. But if that's what you want, I'm your guy. Yeah, but he said poop kid. He said poop kid. I don't know. I mean, I'll read the message, man. He specifically said poop kid. I'm like, what is he? Is it a command? Huh? He goes, let's see if you can see. These are the text exchanges that we have. All right. You can't see anything important. All right. I know you've got a million things going on and traveling too, but would you be willing to ink something by pencil? You could do it in conjunction with Twitch if you chose to. If we were happy with it, we could do a print question mark. I said, no effing way. No, I wrote, yeah, of course, man, let's do it. I'm acting my own replies. Wow, awesome, beyond stoked. That's what he said. And I go, you should probably wait till you see the results. LOL. Too late, expectations sky high. You better kill it or else. Ha ha ha. Don't disappoint the poop kids of the world, man. LOL. Poop kid? Are you on the Discord channel? No, but it's just a matter of time. I don't even know what that means, but maybe some other significance. Stream kit sitting at 160p. What does that mean? Freak 10 Cent has subscribed. Great. Thank you. It makes no sense. I don't know. He's an inker. He's they say that ink can be a little toxic. Prolonged exposure might have detrimental effects upon one's ability to communicate in languages. Scott's pencils are super tight. I mean, I'm thinking to do? I'm just going to scan it in, and then just darken it in Photoshop, print it out, and just go, voila. Finito. Fine. Legendary Potato King, as opposed to the unassuming everyman Potato King. The legendary PK, that's also PK too. Anyway, all right. Where are we going with all this? So for this piece, I think I'm going to do Batman. And this piece can't be used for anything else. But then I'm thinking, I do have to do some art for my kids' annual fundraiser, so I'm thinking maybe I will donate this piece. So technically, it won't be printed anywhere else, but it will be used. I can use it to sell for that. So, but what I was thinking about doing for that school is like 3 pieces, one with a triptych, and selling each piece separately. But it'll be like a Batman bust here, Wolverine. I was gonna say Wolverine. Joker off to the side, looking this way on another sheet, and then Catwoman looking this way on another, and then behind them, Gotham City, and the bat symbol. And I thought if they were if people got the 3 separately framed separately, it would still look pretty cool. Like, right, 3 images. Batman, Joker, Catwoman, and then you have Gotham City behind him. It would look a lot cooler than this. You have to trust me on this. And what would be great is that these are each 11 by 17, so that if you framed each one, that would be pretty large pieces, and then you hang them all separately, but on the wall, so they form one image, but there's space in between each one, and that would look pretty cool, I would think. And then they would auction off each one separately. How come Catwoman? Because Batman, Catwoman. Their item if you haven't read. User X745 has resubscribed. My cousin just sent me a picture of the drawing he just did. I don't know where he got that idea. Especially at midnight. I'm like, I'll send him this Wolverine drawing. Alright. Fundraiser hype. Yeah. But so that might be completely different. I have to decide what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna draw this and see what happens. So I've got the areas that are locked down. What am I gonna draw? I just found this pencil, so I'm just gonna use it. I don't even know what it is. Caran de Ache, Swiss made. It's a Swiss made 2H pencil. And the Swiss, I don't know, it's kind of a cheap pencil, man. No eraser. Like, I don't know if they've developed the technology in Switzerland yet to be able to place, like, those erasers at the tips of the pencils. They haven't figured it out yet. So, yeah. Or they're so advanced, like, mistakes. Erasers. We have no need for stupid erasers. Yeah. Wir machen keine Fehler. Wir machen keine Fehler. Gut und günstig. Alright. Yeah. Alright, so what I'm going to do. It's going to be Batman. I've done every kind of Batman, standing on a gargoyle. Günstig. I don't know. I don't even know what günstig means. I mean, what is günstig? Big triceps. Okay, it's a subtopic that's happening. It's called distortion of the camera. It's a wide-angle lens, so you can pick up a lot. So everything on the side. Billig is cheap. Günstig. Yeah, there's nothing günstig in Switzerland. Got it. Dankeschön. Oh, and also maybe this t-shirt's small. If you want to look a little more in shape, just get a little bit smaller t-shirt. My advice. Poop Kid's like, oh, I'm on it. Gonna get the smaller TV baby gap. Hey. All right. Okay. The Schmedium T baby gap. Yeah, okay. Alles klar. Alright, I don't even need to use this pencil. Okay. I don't normally start with the knee and the leg, but I'm just thinking. Maybe this replicates too much of a shot I've done before. But then I'm thinking, what can I do to make it a little more dramatic and maybe have a turn in the chest slight upshot in the face. That head is very small, but and it's a slight upshot because we can see underneath the pecs, and the pecs basically make an angle like that. This is long form. I don't have to explain what I'm doing. What am I doing? Just draw. On other days, I'll try to walk you through what I'm thinking. 30 minutes go time, says Bryn Elephant. That's correct. The first 30 minutes is just kind of like hanging out. Or as kids like to say, engagement with the audience. When's the next art review? Suhaib Khan 81. Let me talk a little bit about my schedule here. Hold on a second. I'm leaving Wednesday to Chicago, so I'll be signing at Graham Cracker Comics in Chicago Wednesday night. Thursday, I'm doing a retailer presentation in advance of C2E2. Friday, I'll be at C2E2 in the morning from 10 to 11, and I'm heading off to the airport to fly back home. My son's birthday is Saturday, so I'm taking that day off. So I will be streaming Sunday, although I think it might be, Sunday, but earlier. And so there no portfolio review because I usually try to do those Saturday morning. Although I was going to stream Friday night, but I think that's going to be long form. Probably would be to finish this piece. So probably the weekend after, but no, the weekend after I'll be in Paris. So the next portfolio review probably won't be, and then I'm in. So the next weekend is. So this Saturday is Mason's birthday, the 7th, the 14th of April. I'll be in Paris for signing an album. The 21st, I'll be at La Fiera dei Fumetti di Lake Como Comics Festival. Sacrabu. And then the weekend after, I'll be in Calgary. So it will be the first weekend in May. You can, if you want to set your calendar. So it is May 5th. That's what I'm thinking. Oh no, wait, May 5th. It's Free Comic Book Day, and I'm going to be at Y'all Fest, or Y'all West in Santa Monica. Boy. And then May 12th. May 12th is one of... Yeah, May 12th. Okay. Crap. Got invited to a concert. Low Cut Connie's in LA this Thursday. Dang it. I met him when we did the wrap-up show for Howard Stern together, and it was pretty cool. He was really cool and funny and charismatic, and so I was checking out some of their music. It's awesome, and it's always cool to be able to see a musical act where you know the people. All right, so this is kind of like the second printing cover to Hush 608. And it's a classic, hold my beer. Animas. Right? Calgary is a comic book comic book convention. Oh yeah, Ren, where do I send these books? By the way, I have those books that you wanted. I'll contact you after post stream. Oh look, here's one boot, and here's the other boot. Look. Boots look good. I'm gonna swat Ren Elephant. Live stream that. That would be funny. How do you guys like this camera? All right. In the original, I think he's looking exactly off to the side. So in this one, he's going to be like this. Or not. And he's very, kind of tall, long, and lean here, and I know I can always bulk him up. It's a little easier to go that way than it is to take a bulky person. Well, I take that back. Either way. I was going to say one was easier to do, but I could probably do it either way. Termite damage on the wood. Batman drinks iced tea. Right? Isn't that the whole thing? Is he pretends to drink whiskey or things. Thomas Lavarts, thank you very much for the cheer, man. Very generous of you. I appreciate it. Thanks for sharing your process. My pleasure. My pleasure. Sean Norton Art has resubscribed for 2 months. Can't wait to see you this weekend, my friend. Where are we going to see each other, Sean? In C2E2 on Friday. Could be there for 1 hour. And I apologize, but I have to get to the airport. I have to get back home. Idiot Savant with 2 T's has subscribed via Prime. That's a good example of using your complimentary Amazon Prime membership, and it's good for tier 1 membership of any stream, actually, so you can jump around. Angry Panda 888 has cheered as well, and Queen City Amusements. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Kudasumo has subscribed. And user, and I already called that one out. So I think I'm caught up. Oh, except for Severu's Vape has subscribed as well. All right. Now, just looking to do something different. And in my head, I'm trying to figure out, compose the background. He's already way over here. So, I mean, there's the background. But maybe he's in the back cave. I don't know. You know, he's yelling out to Alfred, like, have you seen my other boot? Right? And this is a sock down here, like little athletic sock. What's going on? Kirihiko, cookies or Korean barbecue? Thomas Love Arts, wish you could tell Amazon to say subscribe for longer than a month. Yeah, I think you have to toggle it every single month. But the flip side to that is that you can try out different streams every month as well. Batman Guy 4 has used 100 bits. Gotta go to bed, but thanks for the late night stream, Jim. Good night, Batman Guy 4. Have a good one. West of East has subscribed as well using Prime. Maybe just figured it out. Very cool. Draxorino, good morning, Jim, and chat from Germany. I always forget when you say, if you ask someone where they are, is it Woher bist du? No, Woher kommst du? Woher kommst du? Yeah. Or is it Woher kommst du aus? Woher kommst du? I think that's the correct one. I'm going to stick by it. Okay, Draxorino, woher kommst du, mein Freund? Woher kommst du? 90% of the Germans in chat. Yeah, well, I've been pushing the German angle. I'm trying to get that German viewership up as high as possible. That's really been my goal. There's really no opportunity to speak German anywhere else in the world, including Germany, in my opinion. Which would be, how would you say it? Thomas Love, that's right, Thomas Love. Yeah. Richie O'Rich has cheered. Hey, Richie O'Rich. Thank you very much for the bits, man. Appreciate it. Speaking German vid suit. 60% drawing for Zexig. Zexig? Yeah, Zexig. Fumsig, yeah, Zexig. Hoes Amgevo? Hoes AMGvo? I don't know what your name is, but you just call me a jelly donut, dude. The correct way of saying that is just Jim ist Berliner. When you put the article in there, you're referring to the jelly donut, the Berliner. So that was the funny thing when JFK went over and gave that famous speech. He said, "I am a jelly donut." The Germans politely cheered. Like, they knew what he meant, but, you know, you just say, like, I am one of Berlin, right? I am a Berliner, right? Berliner. In the same way ich bin Hamburger. Ich bin ein Hamburger. So I am a hamburger versus I am one of Hamburg. Pfannkuchen. Yeah, Brendan Louise. If you want to skip all the German nonsense and talk and in and out pining, yeah, just watch the VZA videos. He edits it all down to just the things that people really want to see. Right, these things could be a lot faster, a lot shorter, for sure. 100%. Mm-hmm. This is still turning out to look like that 608 cover. I don't know. I'm gonna have to pull that up just to make sure I don't replicate. Oops, sorry. So the funny thing is that second printing cover, that was, I penciled and inked it myself, right? Scott Williams didn't do it. And the reason why is I did like 3 or 4 different Batman pieces that I just sold as commissions. So that Batman on the Gargoyle. There was one with Batman and Catwoman running across rooftops. I think I did a vertical one and a horizontal one. And there was another Batman where he's just standing there. And I penciled and inked all those. And just, I had them. And when this Batman 608 sold out and they wanted to do a second printing, they normally just change the color or the logo or something. And I said, well, I've got these other images. You want to use one of them, one of those? And so we used this one. And it was a commission. I think my art dealer, Albert, has it. I want to say, I don't know, it was like $5,000 at the time. And it was a steal. And I say a steal, it's a lot of money still, but once it got published and was on that historic issue, its value went up quite a bit. So it's funny, you never know what you might potentially be getting. All right, let me see what this looks like here. Yeah, there's just a lot more flow. I wonder what happens if I do an Elvis Presley kind of, I know you guys are going, Elvis who? Something like that. How much does time factor into the quality of your work? A lot? But not too much. It's like hit songs, as they say. If you ever talk to musicians or read interviews with musicians or listen to musicians' interviews, the biggest commercial hits typically are the ones that do like in 30 minutes or an hour. They go very quickly. And I would say some of the most iconic covers I've done have gone very quickly because you just have the image and it just flows off the pencil. And there are other covers that look very simple but take a lot of time. Alpha Megacho has subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much. Freak 10 Cent has cheered as well. Thank you. Thank you, Freak 10 Cent. Alpha Omega Echo. Come on, Jim. Really? Alright, sure. AOE. AOE. Shooting a grappling hook. Well, I could do this. Alright. Batman the Spelunker. I don't know. Looking through binoculars like he's a perv or something. Kurasumo has cheered. Thank you very much for the bits, man. Yeah, I don't know. So with this one, the trick really is like I've done this pose quite a bit. How do I make it look a little bit different from what I've done before? So people don't feel like I'm just ripping myself off, which if there's anyone who'd rip me off, I guess it'd be myself. That's okay. No rope. Oh. Excuse me. Turn the feet more towards us a little bit, so they're skewed that way. All right. And then take that head and skew it a little bit even more. He's like, take that, Gotham City. 4J Ever has subscribed. Thank you very much. Poop Kid has cheered 100. Make him hold a poop-shaped a poop-shaped cupcake. I'm gonna send you those bits right back, Poop Kid, for your ensuing psychotherapy. Nailed it. My ears are bleeding. Uh, Babori, hello from Korea. 안녕하세요. It's my first time to watch this stream live. 미안합니다. 한국말 잘 모르겠어요. 미안합니다. 미안합니다. 한국말 잘 모르겠어요. That's as good as it gets for me. My Korean, it's. Please verify. My Korean sounds like an American trying to speak Korean. Have them hold batarangs? I'm thinking of like a hula hoop. But not just any hula hoop, but the one that has like little light diodes inside so that when you do it, it lights up. It'd be like black and blue and yellow. Well, thank you, Baboyari. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say that a lot when I go to Korea. Rave Batman. That's right. He's topless. Boing, boing, boing. It's Rave Batman. It's Burning Man Batman. Alright, I apologize if I don't get to every the chat flows by and I can only read and think or talk or draw. I can only do one of those at a time. He should have. Have you seen those shirts where there are messages like it's a screen and messages flow across and it should say "Bam, Piff, Bow" or "Ooh, Batman's gonna get you" or something. He should taunt the criminals from his chest. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Es ist mir egal, as they say, what the bat symbol is going to be. Es ist mir scheißegal. My German fans will have gotten that. It sounds a little more Korean than Americans say. Maybe, but not a lot. Drax Arena, there are kids watching. No, I'm gonna ink this. I'm gonna ink it. Just Some Dude 35 has subscribed. Thank you very much, Just Some Dude. A poop shaped cupcake. Like it would be like. I don't know why he would be thinking it. Insane Harlequin. I got so frustrated trying to draw anything tonight that I had to walk away. First time catching you live, it's helping me feel better. I presume because I erase a lot, people are so shocked that I erase and they go, "Oh, I feel so much better." You don't just sit down and, yeah. I think most of the work is done at this level, to be honest. The rest is all, not busy work, but it's, it's capturing the emotion of the pose and what I'm going to draw, what I'm not going to draw, and then everything else is very technical. How's that? So this is the emotional part of the piece. Not that the technique or the technical aspects can't help unlock or unleash the emotional, but It is. He could have. Oof. Wouldn't be hard to do this, man. Wouldn't be hard. Would not be hard. Or you could do that. Or ta-da. All right, enough. Genug. Das fettes boil. I don't know what that is. Liberatore said the drawing starts once I begin erasing. Well, that's interesting. Very interesting guy. I got to meet him a couple times. Liberatore. All right. You know what's a good? It's hard to draw. Is like the cape going between the legs, making that look good. Most people avoid it and have the cape just go around because it would have to flow a certain way, and it just probably would feel and look kind of awkward, and that's why people don't really draw it that way. But I wish I could just draw an elephant's head right here. Just like that avatar. Right there. Or maybe it should be a giant poop emoji. Sure. It's got Harlequin and gargoyle. I should be standing on a Joker dragon head he just slew from metal. Could do that. That would definitely be different. Now, what will go in the background? Jumanji, I say hello back, of course. Jemand hat heute ziemlich gute Laune. I don't know what Laune means, But Yeman is someone had today seemingly good something. Laune. Raptor Bang has subscribed. Thank you, Raptor Bang. Mood. Someone has a very good mood today. That's what. Are you talking about me? I'm always like this. They just call me Gute Laune at the office. Oh, there's Gute Laune. What's he doing today? Kiriko's like, I know. More like Gute Laune. I still have not forgiven you for that eraser joke about pencils, Jim. A gothic castle in the background. I kind of want to do something metal inspired. Then I could do the Rebirth Batman, and it would be kind of interesting, right? There was a Joker dragon, correct? Can someone confirm there was a dragon with like a Joker's face, correct? Be ready for all the clips. Oh no, 9. Bitte, 9. Joker, dragon. What else could I put in the background though? Eiffel Tower in the background. You know the Eiffel Tower is a lot of work to draw. I've done it before. It's one piece, another piece, 2 pieces. And then goes up like that. And then it's each of these is X's. Right. Und so weiter, und so weiter, und so weiter. Kind of idea, like the idea that it's raining. This is a crowdsourced one. Usually I don't do this, but let's see. Oh, that dragon is kind of cool. So like, I mean, is this cool? Having it tied to something that's so new, like metal? Or should I just go ahead and do like Panda Gargle? Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, okay. Is it saustark? Unbedingt saustark. Yeah, put something like easy in the background like Spider-Man. The comic source, can we ban him, please? Please. Just joking. What other things about alright, let me find some other. I don't have Metal Here issue 6. I left at the office. I'm trying to find some of the spreads. It's just like anything goes, right? I mean, Actually, I should make it. They shouldn't look defeated because it would look stupid. Defeated. Torn cape, Gotham on fire. Fire volcano. I thought about the Batman who laughs, like right here, like a giant head shot, but I don't know. Let me see what other. Hold on. Let me just type in. What else is there? I could do like the statue. And it'd be kind of like a movie poster, I guess, right? If I put the I have Gotham City here burning, and maybe there's that statue from the Forge. The Batman statue kind of listing. And then the Batman who laughs. I don't know. Feels overly complicated to me. Like one too many things. I need an eraser. Eraser, come to me. That's my imitation of Professor X from X-Men #1. That's what I would use my mutant powers for. Oh my god. I call myself a professional artist. Oh no, Ren, I'm not doing the triptych. This is just a separate thing altogether. The triptych would just be a bust of a Batman, and then a bust of Joker, a bust of Catwoman. This is a separate piece altogether. Batcave filled with lava? Was that from Batman? What issue? Was that from an issue of Metal? What issue? No, give me stuff. Give me stuff from DC Metal that I could actually put in here. Things that stuck with you from that series that Scott Snyder and Gregory Pulo did. Batman holding Hawkman's diary. Too specific. Challenger's Mountain. I could do that. I could have a mountain. Giant Hawkman. Oh yeah. Classic man egg, yeah. Okay, all good. Let's see, wait. A giant robot, yeah. Feral robin, Court of Owls. Okay. I'm gonna type in Challenger Mountain. Let's see what. I think it's just a mountain that I don't know if there was anything specific about it. Yeah, I'm just looks like a. Okay. Sin Asylum, Sin Asylum, Sin Asylum. That sounds like a 90s metal band. Sin Asylum at 68, not 69, 68. Raptor Bang has subscribed. Thank you very much. Giant smoking robot skull with glowing eyes. Baguar. Good night, Angry Panda 88. Thank you very much. Have a good one. I'm wondering if the Batman Who Laughs should be facing this way. No. 9. Looks like he's holding the reins to this Joker dragon. I think that's what people were trying to say before. Like if there's a bit here. I don't know about that. It just feels so specific. Good night, RW Tribble. Good night. A giant Meryl Streep. I like that a lot, but with like the Princess Leia buns. I'm thinking. Maybe I should just draw Darth Vader in the background. Screw it. robot skull. Let me just Google that then. Let me see how that would look. Robot skull. Is this like the Brainiac metal skull? Good night, Betis. Mr. Dribbler, excuse me, as subscribe. Thank you, Mr. Dribbler. Good night, Abetus. Thanks for the bits. I appreciate it. Excuse me. I'm not giving up on the Batman Who Laughs here. Especially since this is all going to be black in here, and you're going to see him really more in the night sky. Dr. Manhattan in the background, that'd be great. Good night, Michael Demergus. Appreciate you staying up super late. Robert Meadows, thanks for hanging in there. Have a good night. Alright, I can start inking. It's 1 o'clock. Got an hour and a half. I don't know if I'm going to finish this tonight. I don't necessarily need to. So here's my dilemma. If you're an art collector, do you want Batman, a classic Batman standing on a gargoyle with Gotham City behind him, maybe rain falling? Or do you want something that's tied to a specific moment, a storyline that's very unique, where he's standing on a Joker dragon and the Batman who laughs is in the background? This is not a commission. This is it's just a piece that's going to be part of something you get if you attend the Lake Como Comics Festival. Both, yeah. I think it's a tough question. I mean, look, you can tell I'm on the fence. I mean, yeah, they're going to basically make, I think all the different artists that are attending Lake Como are doing individual pieces like this, and then those pieces will be only available for people that come to the show as a print. That's the idea. See, the Joker dragon is black. But then someone says, Etwas Besonderes. So it's... Anyway. Etwas Besonderes. And that is the problem with asking your audience, is that they'll never be consensus, which is fine. That's why I think you have to have a strong sense of what it is that you want to create as well. Be brave and bold. Interesting. The German alphabet is strangely enough the same as the English alphabet. They have a couple more symbols and stuff like that. All right. Now the question is, do I want to do the background? I think smudges in ink has to be, right? Or is the figure going to be smudges in ink and then the background could just be cross-hatching? So many questions. I know I need to have glasses to do this though. And I don't see them. Jojo 69 has subscribed. Thank you, Jojo. All right. Whoa. What am I drawing here? Look at this new marker. I bought a bunch of 0.2s. Man, it's fresh. It's a 0.2 and it's giving me like a really strong line. It's actually a little bit of defective tip. If you notice, it gives me a little bit of a thicker line when I first touch down on it, and it should just give you a flat line. It just means that the nib is holding a little bit of ink, which means that it's it's a little messed up. These will be at Lake Como Comics Festival. Why do I rotate the marker after I draw a line? You know, I don't realize that I'm doing it, but it's to spread the ink around, so it doesn't. If you hold something down, it will slowly fill with ink, and so if you rotate it, it inside the tip, if you can imagine all the ink that's on one side, it basically rotates around, so you're not going to get a blobby point. At this point, Brendan, Louise, I am just drawing like the structure, so I'm not going to go in and render too much of anything. So and as soon as he says that, he renders something, but yeah. So you can see he's a little beefier up top than I originally penciled him to be, so I'm going to have to basically widen him everywhere else. I think I go. When I ink my stuff, I don't do finished pencils. This is about as tight as I take it. I'm here for Jim Lee. Says, it's always a pleasure to see you drawing. Time to go to sleep. Good night, everybody. Good night. I'm here for Jim Lee. felt down a little bit lower. Pogmothian 1, good night. Mudfred, good morning from Argentina. Argentina. I can't even do it. Secret to rendering. That's a whole different stream. That's a lot of talking. If they look like they've been hit in the face by a tennis racket, then you're probably doing too many crosshatches where they're at 90 degrees of one another, be my guess. Maybe vary up your density, space between the lines. Yeah. Space between the lines and the angle of the lines to each other. Yeah, a bunch of cross-hatching for a couple hours. Thank you, Bebop324. I will. I'm gonna finish this whole piece on stream. So if I don't finish it tonight, which I won't, I'll probably finish it either Friday or some other night. I think, yeah. Patrick Cav, Scott used to use a Hunt 102. He uses markers now. Markers and brushes. Very few inkers today use a Hunt 102 Crocol. That used to be the standard. I used to ink with it myself. And then after a while you realize these markers are just as good. Easier to learn. Yeah. So someone asked me about why I rotate the marker. So if you use the same marker and you draw very quickly, you're going to dry out that ink because the ink will have come out of the nib, and then you have to wait for the flow of the ink to basically go down. I mean, this is like microseconds, like of things happening. But if you rotate it, you're moving to the side of the nib that already has ink in it, I guess. I'm going to be drawing the reins through here. I'm going to draw over the lines and then white it out. It's just a lot faster and easier to do it that way, and I get a cleaner result. And I don't have to be as anal about exactly where those reins are going to be and plan around it. Be a little more free form. DJ Mittens, you're up very late. Welcome. Good morning. Predaking 10-10-1. I have been to Memphis, Tennessee a couple times. We have a couple business meetings there. Excuse me, almost every year, or they're used to. Comics Pro used to have their meetings there. Fun city. Good barbecue. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Don't worry about it, dude. There's a lot of, I wanted to basically get as much of this kind of movement going, and I know that it's going to have to, like this leg is probably going to come up like right here, and cross over there. It's an easy fix, especially since his back, the cape, as I just kind of worked out, it's torn at the edges, so it's easy to do. Interesting, he's got hair. I forgot that crazy hair. Alright, so. It's weird that a 0.2 marker can A, last this long, and B, give me the line weights I'm getting out of it. Like I said, it's a little bit busted. It's now to truly get some nice line weights out of it, you basically hold and pull. trying to replicate like a Hunt's 102 Croclo line. Maybe I will finish this off stream. Gee, I don't know. Depends on when they need it. The deadline. They're going to need it soon to start printing. So, that said, I'm traveling, so I don't know when I would finish it anyway. I'm not going to. Tomorrow night I'm booked already. So. You guys see what I've got here? Yeah. I'm looking at it, man. This thigh is really thick. And I already know, like, in my head that I can go all the way to black on this leg as it fades down. If the light source is here, there's going to be a lot of black here, here, here. Core back right here. This will probably all disappear into that cape here, and that'll be offset by the white of the Joker Dragon here. So there's a lot of flexibility on my part of like kind of what I'm drawing, what I'm putting in that's not going to be really there at the end after it's all said and done. It's a very interesting sort of snout nose thing going on this. And unlike a typical sketch that I'll do on stream where I don't erase the pencils, or I like kind of lightly erase, at some point I have to erase the pencils here because this is going to be actually reproduced as a print, and so I got to make sure everything is digital. I mean, there's digital versus analog, meaning black versus white versus gray. So I got to make sure everything's as black and white as possible. Although with modern printing, you can pretty much create grays and it will show up and reproduce well, much better than it used to in the old days. But in the old days, if you had any gray, it would kind of just turn up a little schmutzig, it wouldn't repro very well, so you have to be careful with that. Now I gotta put the bit in. And the comic doesn't have it, but if he's gonna write it on top like this. I have to say that when I ink myself, it's something across, kind of a mix between illustration and painting. where I know I can subtract things using white and then re-add them back in using black, etc., etc. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Look at the distortion of that lens, like. I should wonder, like, well, what does the true image look like? I think it's more like that. But that left leg, his right leg looks really short. I'm telling you, when I look at it, it's not that short. I look at the screen, it's like, it's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Yeah, it's not. Okay. That's the only problem with this. I moved the camera around, and so it's definitely distorting things going this way. So just bear that in mind. Sent what? Your camera is not in the same angle as your desk. No, it definitely is not. I know that. It is like, it's the camera is an angle like that, so you can see how much it. Can you see that? Maybe you can't see it. It's about this much distance. So if I bring it up to here, that's about right. Right. As you can see, I'm just really adding in layers of rendering, and each layer of rendering that I add in sort of begets or induces another bit of rendering right next to it. So when I do that, I know I have to do this, which means I have to do this. It's sort of a cascade of gray values that it triggers to make the image consistent or hold up, I guess, three-dimensionally from a lighting perspective. All right. What did Poop Kid do that he got thanked for? Thank you, Patrick Cat. It will get better and better. A lot of it's still loose, and so from your perspective, it won't look finished, or it'll be like, well, what's going on over here? Okay. I'm not going, what's happening to my triceps? Is it looking gigantic? They look normal. It's that distortion of the lens. It's on the edge. How... I'm not ripped for sure. If you saw me in person, you'd be like, what? I want to bring the chaos, says Poop Kid. Well, you know, if you don't work out your biceps, your triceps will look bigger in comparison. So that's another way of approaching it. There's a tongue in there. Excuse me one sec. Still have a little congestion. It's nasty. Supper Rider has subscribed, as has Spaceman Spiff 6. Eamon Winkle has resubscribed as well, as has Darth Kubi. Darth Kubi. Hola, Supper Rider. Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, it's going to be mostly black over here at this point. So I'm just really doing a lot of the line work. And once I go in with like the brush or the Kleenex, you'll see a lot more kind of like the actual image. And then, you know, once you get up here, the Batman Who Laughs, I mean, that's like a whole different thing up there. So I got the trick I have is there's going to be a lot of blacks on him, and then there's going to be black in the sky, and I just got to make sure that he still pops out from all this over here. Oh my god. Okay, great. 60-inch TV screen. Awesome. Brutal Night 15. Have to call it a night. It's looking awesome. Good night. Good night, Brutal Night 15. Yeah. Ugly Barracuda, thank you very much. Okay. You guys are kooky. Yeah, kooky. I can only imagine what this stream would be like to watch if you're not into comic book art or art in general. You're just like, I'll be like, what? You guys are watching this guy draw? He draws so slowly, and he's erasing so much. Brandon Louise 19. Been there, done that. Just got back. I put my 2-year-old to sleep on me because he's sick, and he just peed on me because of all the Pedialyte. Done that just the other day. Total Jake. I'm only here for the biceps, to be honest. Fantastic. DJ Mitten says, my boyfriend says he already recognizes your voice. Otherwise, he'd be very jealous. Stanley C. Design. I am good. How are you? It would be some kid asking you to play Fortnite. Lagarlardo? I can't even say it. Lagarlardo. You're watching the stream while a newborn baby is sleeping. Telling my wife who you are and why I'm fanboying. All the wives always give the same look to the guys that try to explain that. They're like, okay, who did I marry? Alright. Pity 83. Fantastic. Love it. Okay. Alright. Where are we at? Yeah. I want to spot some blacks on this so we can start, and then I'm going to kind of hold off on doing anything with the Batman Who Laughs there until I see kind of where all the blacks fall in, and that will kind of determine or spot the black shapes on the Batman Who Laughs. Excuse me. Beefaroni. Hi Jim, I've been admiring your work since you drew the X-Men comic books cards in 1992, which was a long time ago. I'm completely in awe of seeing you work right now. Fantastic, thank you very much. Tricep hype. Yes, tricep hype. I should do more how-tos. I get frequent thumb joint pain when drawing comics. Do you suffer from this, and how do you combat it if you get it? No, I don't, but I do get pain in my hands, especially if I draw a lot over a short period of time. All you can do is maybe start moving your pen. Like sometimes you will, I'll hold the pen like this, put it in front, right? So it puts the pressure on a different part of my my thumb. I can't produce the same kind of line, but I can draw with it. Alright. So that's one way of kind of reducing, what's it called, carpal tunnel a little bit, where you're doing repetitive motions. Right? And then you could do I'm just making stuff up at this point. You could hold the pen like this. I don't know what this does for you. Can't do anything with this. And you could always try to draw with your left hand. Very tricky, very tricky. Would not recommend. I'm going to ruin the whole piece right here. Too hard, too hard. This is the only thing, like putting the pen like that, and you could put your nail against it, so you're not even on the pad of your thumb, if that's where you're feeling the pain. All right. I'm gonna start finding some black shapes in there to make those decisions for me, and then that will dictate what I do with the rest of the piece here. Yeah, there's like what is it? They like the pot brownies or something that doesn't have the the active ingredients, so you don't get high. You get the relaxation benefits. I don't know, man. All right, what am I doing? It's all legal now, Jim. It's okay. Sure. Whatever you say. Just kind of rotate this a little bit. There you go. That's the way it actually looks. The proportions don't look so crazy. So yeah, I'm still facing a little distortion. It's it's more than a little annoying. Spirit Warrior 007 has subscribed. Thank you very much, Spirit Warrior 007. DJ Mittens, no midnight snack. I'm trying to work on my triceps, so I'm not. Something is missing. Crispy's is out right now. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I've used the grip extender. I don't like the feel. I get it feel a little too disassociated, and it's only because anytime you introduce anything new to instrument, it's gonna feel funky or different. I'm sure if you use it all the time, you get very used to it. But yeah, they have these things that just slide on top of pens, and they're made of foam, and they give you a bit of protection. But I would suggest just holding it differently. I don't know, or maybe trying to hold it a little lighter, more a little lightly. I don't know. So we'll see what happens when I fill in the blacks here. Things that I know definitely have to be black, and then there's stuff that's option that is will be black at my preference, but I won't know until I put in the things that I know for sure will be black. Alright. Someone said like, hey, the brush you're holding is different from the one that you have on your page to purchase. Let me just say this is it's just a brush. It's a number on it is 4. Depending on the brand, 2, 3, 4 are all roughly about the same size. Um, so they're not consistent across brands, so that's why it's a little confusing, I think. But a Winsor Newton 2 is what a lot of inkers use. Um, but I would get a 2, 3, 4, and then you can play around with what you like best. As with all tools, really, I encourage a lot of experimentation, and you will very quickly find stuff that you like and don't like. Learn from that. There is no one proper tool. Back in the day, there used to be, a belief that had to be a certain this, and Hunt 102 was very popular, but people started realizing, it's just very convenient inking with marker. I'm just going to ink with marker, and eventually caught on. Same with digital. Just realized the reins would be outside the cape, so I'm going to ink through this, if I may. I said before, there's going to be spotted blacks on this thigh, but I'm going to go ahead and ink around it for now, and then decide later whether I'm going to spot the black using a brush or a Kleenex. Just like kind of smear up. You know, I think of metal, rock and roll, whatever. I want to bring a frenetic line quality to this at the end. Everything so far has been very controlled and by the book, traditional kind of pencil and inking. But at some point I'm going to introduce like some craziness through smearing, through whiteout, that kind of thing. This is the backside of some paper that was created by DC for digital first comics. I think this is the untreated side, so I can see that the ink really just gets greedily kind of sucked in by the paper. It does not float on the top at all. So this paper is very, very absorbent. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's just something to note. And again, as you ink more and more across different surfaces, different kinds of paper, you too will be attuned to the ways of the Force and be able to, I don't know, make things happen just using your mind. I don't know where that was going. I just realized as I was saying it sounded very kind of Zen, Buddhist, way of the midichlorian. Okay. I know what I was going to put back there. That was going to be wings. Off the page. Now I'm screwing up way too much here. You see how quickly it goes to dry brush because the paper is just so absorbent. It's just sucking all the ink out of the brush. Okay. All right. Let's break out some of the Kleenex and see what happens. Good night, DJ Mittens. Friendly Diarrhea, hello. How are you? Adriano Art has cheered 100 bits. Thank you very much. Sequentially quaint, yes. Caught the stream, Jim. Your schedule sucks, but I appreciate you all the same. Haha. Well, yeah, these are the hours I can stream. I know they're inconvenient. But trust me, they're inconvenient for myself as well. Meaning I would love to be asleep right now. And I will be shortly. Oh. Alright, there we go. Oh. Good night, David. David Peterson, highly talented writer, artist of Mouse Guard. Check his work out. Follow him as well. My hair is doing a Reed Richards thing. I've got a lot of white in my hair at this point. Yeah, I'm naturally a night owl for sure. All right. Okay. Let's do this. fix that piece right there. It's it's a it's for a print that will be for a show in Lake Como. So these spikes are very uneven and they've got to be fixed. So I will show you what kind of what I had in mind here. Okay, and that means basically taking this and sort of realizing it to its full. So let's clean up this background here. Let's make it into something. Shall we? Yes. Okay, this is veering off quite a bit. Whole band. spikes are not all originating on the same plane. So I need to fix for that. And length. So let's just fix the spikes first. This thing here too, because it's bugging that. Just that divot. Okay. And we can fix for that as well over here. It still is, if you look, that arc is not that arc, and that's a problem. But I think the solution is actually to just smear some more ink. I don't need to, especially on the background, I don't want there to be, I don't want it to be that defined, because it's going to compete with everything that's happening here. So it's probably better to just make it more nebulous than it is to, right. The idea is to push it into the background more. So when I get into here, the eye always goes towards the area that's most white. So I'll show you kind of what I have in mind. As I get into this area right here, the idea is to push back the teeth. So that the white of this area pops a little bit more. Man who doesn't brush. That's very funny. Hello, Crate My Comic. There'll be more. I think I'm gonna stream Friday night as well. I think I get back home from Chicago at 7. I'll probably chill for a while, but my guess is stream late that evening. I don't know, for those of you in the United States, I would assume that these late hours are easier to do, like on a Thursday, Friday. Well, Friday for sure, but like a Thursday, because most people at that point have kind of already determined that they're kind of in the weekend. Correct? Yes? No? This is where the line should have gone, right there, like that. So when I get to the whiteout part of it, all I'm going to do is pull in SSBM Quigs has subscribed. Thank you very much. Adriano Art has cheered. Thank you very much for the cheer, dude. I appreciate it. What do you find the hardest effector material to draw? I don't know. Rocks are the easiest. Maybe glass, I don't know, but even metal. Thank you very much, Tim Stacy. I'm just letting it dry, and then I'm going to go in and so if you look here, these are these blobs are 2. This point, this whiteout right here, it's getting very three-dimensional. You can almost feel like the metal. It's pretty crazy. Gotta make these little things into rivets or shadows so it doesn't look like whiteout on the page. Try to transform them into actual what's the word I'm looking for? Make them into objects. If done poorly, they look like lines on a page. If you just finesse it a little bit, they look like shadows of objects that are on the page, right? It's about converting lines into shadows. Sometimes a line's okay. Like if you want to draw attention to something that definitely is a line. It's a very graphic, modern take on it. But it's also good to kind of mix in, like these are definite lines here. But it's good to mix in a couple things where you finesse it and kind of fool the eye into thinking it's seeing a shadow rather than a line. Jim, why won't my cat look at himself in the mirror no matter how hard I yell at him? I didn't realize this was a cat twitch, but I don't know. Dark Fudge, is this picture going on Insta? When it's done, I'll put it on Insta. All right, 2:35. So I'm going to call it because I have to get up for 9 o'clock meeting. But you see it slowly taking form, right? This is more like the finished texture of the entire piece itself. Okay, so even this needs to be more realized. I have to pop in some white out up here. There's some shapes that are really big, like these hands, like that hand is gigantic. I was trying to shrink it a little bit. I will continue working on that. I will work on the values of this. This gets real defined. I want the attention really, I mean, if I were truly bold, I would make all this black, all this black, all this black, and just leave like rim lighting here, and he would pop out. So the goal is to make this as white as possible here, and this is kind of textured and gray and dark as possible this way and this way. And then at the end, I'm going to kind of put my hand here and just splatter stars into the background to push all of that back into the background, because that's where it's supposed to be. I don't want this competing with this. And right now it is a bit in terms of the detail. Yeah. But by design, so that'll all get pushed back. The white will be here and here. And then I've got Challenger Mountain and some city and some lava and some stuff over here. These bands are going to be white right here. These bands will be white right here. And again, it's just the eye should be drawn to this area as much as possible. And the white down here will help kind of frame the bottom. And this will nicely kind of pull elements out of the background there. That's the idea. I will most likely finish this Friday night. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. I want to thank the mods, Kirihiko and Renelephant, for hanging in there. And well, Kirihiko, she's a very busy person, so just taking the time off, no matter what time of the day it is, to mod this stream is very, very helpful and appreciated. And Renelephant, who is burning the midnight hour here in California. I've got a couple more people I want to thank. Actually, Most Interesting 17 has resubscribed. Thank you for the late night stream. Poop Kid, big shout out to PK, our stream mascot. There's Poop Kid. Then we got Renee. And then, of course, Kate. Kate ist ein Bot, der in der Schweiz lebt. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. Hopefully this was of some interest, and you kind of see how it all kind of comes together. Obviously, when I ink myself, it's a lot of layering, and like I'm even looking now, this is very wide here. I want to tighten the hips there a little bit, and but I probably don't even need to that much, because if I do my job correctly, like this will all kind of go to right, like right here. You're just going to see more and more of this kind of thing. All right. So that slice will be kind of brought throughout the bottom part. So you'll still see detail, and you'll still see like musculature, you know. But really, it's this core area, like along here, this chest area, the head, of course. You know, But you'll see me start pushing this stuff into the background more. To the point where you go, why'd you draw it in the first place? And it's like, it's part of the process. What can I say? I think the fans will go like, making things all black in a piece is a bit of a cheat, but I think it's the hardest thing to do. I think the hardest thing to do is to feel confident about a spotted black shape that you feel so confident that you can just go ahead and from the get-go say this is going to be black. And if you notice, I'm eventually going to make this black, and in fact it will be. Why I didn't save myself the time and agony of just doing that in the first place, I don't know, but that's just the way I work. Right? So you can see that this leg and hip, it's slowly coming together. That's the general idea. All right. Great. More to come on Friday, and again, thank you for modding Kirihiko, Kate, and Ren, and thank you everyone else that watched during these crazy hours. And I'll see you guys in a few days. All right. Take care.